Hey, Gerald 200. What's up, man? January 28th, 2016. So, yeah, we had our first gathering last night. And, yeah, Togo sandwiches were great. I tried the hummus one, just in case that whole video about meat processing kind of gave you the heebie-jeebies. There are some really great vegetarian alternatives, okay? And we're going to learn all about that come the next gathering. But the focus of today's is we're embarking on some biology. I know. You guys are like, oh, I'm a business major. Why do I have to study biology? All right. Realistically, biology is going to be important all throughout your life. Even the most rudimentary knowledge can be powerful. Okay, all right. So my personal example, like I said, I can only speak from my two shoes. What my life has been like is when my dad was hospitalized many times. He ended up dying of congestive heart failure. But when you have congestive heart failure, oftentimes you visit the hospital every year, every 6 months, and having that little bit of knowledge and being able to be your advocate for your parent, for being able to be the advocate for my dad, man, I got the best possible doctoring that I could get. You go in there and you just like say, look, X, Y, and Z. And so that's what you're going to get here. Plus, you're going to be, from this knowledge, be able to understand what your parents and grandparents are going through, and you're going to be able to hopefully redirect your own lives so that you can avoid a lot of the problems that we're going to discuss. Okay? Alrighty. So, first of all, here they are, right here. Okay, so there's all the sign-up sheets, and the other Dr. Walsh, the jurist Dr. Walsh, has gone ahead and entered the names in it, so you can check that into Blackboard. Okay? And I'm sure you got all the message about the makeup if you didn't make it. So, alrighty. So, once again, I'm going to go old school, okay? And I'm going to turn this camera around so that we can visualize what's going on the screen. So here we go. Okay. Alrighty. There. Perfect. Check it out. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go over here to Blackboard. Alrighty. And I'll kind of hone in over here. So this is the screen. So you're going to get used to, maybe even tired of looking at all this. Here's all the announcements. There's the announcement about the makeup for those of you guys that missed it. Follow the directions. Did you see what I put right there? 1 week. Okay? We don't accept anything after a due date. There's too many of you. Okay? All right. Good enough. Okay, so what we're going to do is going to go now into the lectures. Okay, so we'll go into this. All right. And we're going to now check on the 28th, and this is Physiological Changes. Okay, listen to me, guys. All right, I want you to read this real quickly. Okay, you get out of life what you put into life. You're paying $6,000 something for this class. Why not learn about yourself? Okay. So there's a rudimentary part of cellular basis of aging right here. Okay, that's how you click on it to the hypertext. We'll really get into that when we get into the actual discussion page, and I'll show you that in a second. We can look at respiratory system and aging. Okay, and I click to that, and we look at some basic changes. Okay, and these basic changes that we see right here in terms of the way your lungs operate explain why it is when you're a professional athlete that you have such a short career. Okay, by the time you're getting to 35, 36 years of age, you're already on the other side of the performance curve. Okay, because of some basic age-related changes. Alrighty. All right. So we also talk about something nasty called lung cancer. So learn about that. Cigarette smoking. If any of you are smoking cigarettes, stop now. They are a death sentence in terms of your heart and in terms of your lungs. Then you click down here, we go on to the urinary system. Okay, basic function of the kidneys. Okay, as we see right here, your kidneys, when you get older, sorry about that, your kidneys when they get older, they don't clear things as well. Okay, so this, what the upshot of this, if you have a couple of beers, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get a hangover because your kidneys do not eliminate the alcohol as well, nor does the liver. Okay, we learn about all these different types of diseases. This is all associated with being diabetic. diabetes is so nasty. It's the number one cause of morbidity in our country, which means illness and sickness, and then it leads to mortality, which is death. So if you have a life history of diabetes, meaning a family history, and you got to change your lifestyle. Okay, you really got to watch your glucose intake. Okay, so that's how that operates, and then we go on to the immune system. Okay, so as you get older, you're more likely to get sick, and when you get sick, you stay longer. And the immune system is really, really vulnerable to cancer. Okay, as I talked about last night in the lecture, my wife suffers from an immune system cancer. And when you treat other cancers, the immune system is really vulnerable just from the treatment. Okay, alrighty. So that's that. So now we're done with that. I'm going to come over here to the right. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on our discussion. We're going to click into there. Okay, so this is last week's discussion. Okay, and you scroll down, and here is this week's discussion. Alrighty. So what I want you to do is just to go down here. Okay, I want you to click on this right here. Okay, and briefly, I want you to read through this, okay, about aging theory, what's going on. And again, like I indicated, we'll see that there's a lot of overlap, okay, so go ahead and read through these. Here's the mitochondrial theory of aging that's related to free radical theory. And so just really quickly go through, we have endocrine theory. The endocrine theory is related a lot to stress and also to diabetes, okay. And then there's the oxidative damage theory. So read through this. It's really, really fun reading, especially if you're a science geek like me. Okay. Then we go back here and we look at it. And what I want you to do is to consider what's going on here in terms of aging theory. Okay. Now, in particular, you guys are exposed to this all the time. Okay. So you're constantly taught to eat your veggies and fruit. A lot of you probably drink palm. Okay, because it has antioxidants. Do the acai berry. Some of you probably do green tea. All these different things that you're doing. Why is it that you're doing that? Okay, it's because you're trying to knock down the free radicals. You're trying to knock down oxidative damage. Okay, so read through this, apply it to your life. Go in there, as I indicate here, find some crazy stuff out there on the internet about anti-aging. Post it and discuss it. Okay, all very cool, different approaches. The stress theory on aging, one of the endocrine components. There's no doubt that the stress hormone called cortisol ravages the body. All right, so okay, excuse me while I get ready to rock here. All right, and I think I'm ready to rock. There it is. Okay, cool. Long-winded video. It was great meeting you last night. I got to shake a lot of your hands. A lot of people with a lot of interesting stories. It was really, really fun. And hang in there, and we'll see you next time.